Hello everyone, I'm Oklahoma City Fire PIO Scott Douglas, and it's time for the October monthly update right now. In addition to responding to 8,500 emergency calls in October, our firefighters stayed busy with a variety of events. Here's a quick lightning round to highlight what they were up to throughout the month. We're incredibly grateful to the residents of Oklahoma City for your overwhelming support of Proposition 11 in the 2025 GO bond, which passed with 85% approval. This bond includes 7 fire facility projects ranging from new fire stations and renovations to a new fire training center. Your trust empowers us to modernize our facilities, expand service coverage, and keep Oklahoma City safe for generations to come. The OKC Fire Training Center hosted Camp Inferno, an inspiring hands-on firefighting camp for women exploring a career in the fire service. Participants from across Oklahoma practice essential skills like equipment handling and rescue operations while building confidence and teamwork. Oklahoma City firefighters hit the streets for our annual Fill the Boot campaign to raise money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Thanks to your incredible generosity, OKCFD raised over $100,000. We're grateful to everyone in OKC who helped us make a difference. Thank you for helping us fill the boot. October was Fire Prevention Month, and our firefighters were out in the community sharing important fire safety tips. This year's NFPA theme, Charged into Fire Safety, Lithium-ion batteries in your home, highlighted safe practices for buying, charging, and recycling lithium-ion batteries. Remember, don't throw them in the trash or regular recycling bins. Recycle undamaged batteries safely at OKC Household Hazardous Waste, located at 1621 South Portland Avenue, or find a location near you at call2recycle.org. Also in October, our department held our annual Fallen Firefighter and Retiree Memorial Ceremony. Each year, we come together to honor the courage and service of our fallen firefighters and retirees, heroes whose dedication continues to inspire us. We remember their sacrifices, celebrate their legacy, and express our gratitude to the families, friends, and fellow firefighters who joined us in this meaningful tribute. We recently caught up with Recruit Class 25-1 Lead Instructor Chelsea Dillon to provide an update on the progression of the Fire Academy.
I'm Lieutenant Chelsea Dillon with the Oklahoma City Fire Department. I'm currently assigned on here to the Oklahoma City Fire Training Center. My responsibilities here are lead PT coordinator and also lead instructor. So currently right now we have the 8-week academy. They have 11 fire recruits in that academy. And then in the 18-week academy, there's currently 27 recruits. So our 8-week accelerated class that we have is for people who came from previous fire departments who maybe already had certain certifications. They are put into what we are calling an 8-week accelerated program. And they will hit the field faster. They still learn all of our ways that we do things as far as all of our skills and the standard of Oklahoma City. And that's the biggest difference between the 8-week and the 18-week. 18-week, they have no certifications, no experience, so they're coming in fresh with zero knowledge of the fire service in general. They start their day with an hour and a half of physical fitness every morning, rain or shine, hot or cold. So we do that, and then we go into skills. The 18-week academy sometimes has classroom work that they have to do, but for the most part, majority of the academy is spent down here on what we call our training grounds, or where we practice all of our skills. Our motto, if you will, here, just like the common saying that you'll hear at the Oklahoma City Fire Training Center is, we don't train to get it right, we train until we can't get it wrong. And we really try to embed that in the mindset of these recruits as they come through here, where they know every day they're sharpening these skills. They're gonna do hundreds and hundreds of repetitions at this, but it's solely to do it until they can't get it wrong. And so it makes for long days, it makes for long weeks, but at the end of this, they come out, they're very sharpened, they're professional firefighters, so when they hit the rigs, they are set up for success. And that's really what our goal is that we want to produce some of the world's best firefighters. So Class 25-1 has been, they've been very fun. We have a lot of people from all walks of life. Every recruit class is like this. They're very hungry to learn. They're a very competitive class. So there's not a whole lot of us, we don't have to kick them in the flanks a whole lot. They challenge each other, and it's been really fun to watch them grow as a unit, but then also they push themselves, like They want to be the fastest at something. They want to be the best at something. And I think that's just really cool when a recruit class gets to that point. It makes our job a lot of fun. These recruits, man, their work ethic it's been awesome. It's been really, really good.
The Fire Academy is no easy task as the recruits are tested both physically and mentally. Recruit Class 25-1 is set to graduate on January 23rd. Keep up the good work. In recent years, OKC Fire has launched an innovative drone program. Major Chenoweth joins us to share more about how this program is enhancing our operations.
Did you know the Oklahoma City Fire Department operates 20 unmanned drones strategically based across the city in dedicated docks, including this one right here? These drones are deployed on a wide variety of incidents: fire alarms, hazardous material responses, wildfires, water rescues, and vehicle accidents, where early aerial information can help both the caller in need and the firefighters responding to assist them. Each drone is remotely operated by the Oklahoma City Fire Department fire dispatchers, the same professionals who answer 911 calls and communicate with the crews during emergencies. This integration allows for real-time coordination between the callers, dispatchers, and the firefighters on scene. Let's take a look at a few recent incidents where our drones were used in action.
My name is Battalion Chief Kathy Hayes. I'm 606 on the blue shift, southwest side of the city. So on the morning of October 17th at about 1:20 in the morning, Engine 24 and Ladder 31 along with Squad 24 responded to a check smoke in the area. While they were heading that way, dispatch received numerous calls, and then they started a commercial fire alarm. Engine 24's officer got on scene and reported a heavy smoke coming from Earl's Barbecue. He set up command and started a fire attack. I got there, did a face-to-face with him. I put him in charge of the Alpha side and gave him basically fire attack, primary line, secondary line, and search. Engine 31 caught a plug, and it was a bad plug. It was actually not even grounded into the ground. So it kind of came off. So I already had a game plan. You know, we had Engine 31 there, and we also had Squad 24. So we had 1,000 extra gallons just in case. At that time, they said flames were starting to come through the roof. I requested a second alarm, which we get an engine, a ladder, and another chief. Man, the crews did a great job. You know, they put a lot of water in there, in that kitchen area where a heavy fire was at, and it was getting up into the trusses. And then we had to worry about that drop ceiling, making sure fire wasn't rolling through there. Crews did a great job, aggressive, getting in there, putting a lot of water on the fire, and basically looking for any hot parts of the fire with inside. We always expect fire, expect victims. Always go with that motto. So yes, we got a crew in there pretty quick to do a primary search. Again, it is at 1:30 in the morning. There could have been somebody in there. We're not sure. Just always expect victims if you have fire, and that's what we did. And they did a quick primary search, and then we did a really good aggressive secondary search. And luckily, no fire victims or injuries to civilians.
Hi, my name's Greg Lindsay. I was the incident commander for a fire we made at the Old Coit's restaurant at 2500 Southwestern. That was on October the 8th, and it was about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Once I got there on the scene and gave my initial on-scene report, I knew that it was a Coit's restaurant. I'd been there before. As far as construction type was concerned, I suspected it was a Type 5 since it had a pitched roof, and it was a normal construction, you know, that wood frame construction. It was currently under renovation.
Okay.
There were boards on the windows, but you could tell that it had been painted recently, so it looked like instead of just being vacant, it looked like they were renovating. But the fire looked like it started on the back of the property, kind of in a little cut-in area that was right at the very back, and then just spread up the gables and into the attic. Crews got inside real quick. They got hooks in there and got the ceiling pulled down, got up in the attic. They were able to knock the fire down pretty quick. As it turned out, it looked like the attic space was compartmentalized because we had heavy smoke on one side and we had lighter smoke on the other. Looked like it may have jumped across. So at some point when they thought they had a knockdown on the fire, made another lap around, and I could tell that it was starting to build back up on the other side. Trying to direct crews in to get in the attic in that part of the building took a little bit of time. It looked like it was getting out of hand. Actually, right after we ventilated the roof toward the front of the building, that's when it looked like it was getting out of hand. So pulled crews out, put the ladders up, got a knockdown on what was coming through the roof where it burned through, and then we got crews back inside. It looked like 100% that it started down low on the outside of the building, and then it just worked its way up through some wood siding that was in the back, got to that gable, and our 400 series were there. They confirmed that that's what they thought too. So,
here are a few fun facts about Chief Hayes and Chief Lindsay. Chief Hayes has served with the Oklahoma City Fire Department for nearly 30 years and is the first female firefighter promoted to battalion chief in operations. Chief Lindsay is the most senior firefighter on the department with nearly 42 years of dedicated service. Both chiefs do an outstanding job, and we're fortunate to have their leadership on our department. In October, firefighters responded to 47 structure fires. One fire was caused when a resident discarded hot coals from smoking a brisket into a trash bin stored next to his home. Major Stuckey joins us to share more details about this incident and offer additional fire safety tips.
I'm Major Adam Stuckey. I was the incident commander of a house fire at the 9400 block of South Lake Drive. Initially, we came in as a check smoke for a possible grass fire. Engine 9 responded. When they got on scene, they had an active fire that had moved up into the attic. We were able to deploy blade hose, knock out the fire real quick. Most of the damage was all in the attic. After further investigation, it was found out that the homeowner was smoking a brisket on his smoker. He thought he had put out the ashes, and he ended up dumping them in his outside trash barrel. Very little fire damage, but there was heavy water damage just because of the fire in the attic and having to suppress that. We were able to deploy what we call salvage covers to help conserve any property that the homeowner had on the inside. The big safety point coming out of this is that anytime you're smoking, grilling, using charcoal briskets, anything like that, you want to make sure that the ashes, any of that, are completely extinguished. You can soak them in water, wait the next day, wait 2 days before disposing of them. As we're moving into the winter months, you want to be more precautious as we're starting to use fireplaces, even outside fireplaces. You want to make sure that when you're done using that and you're disposing of those, you can either store them in like a metal container, a metal trash can, prior to disposing them into the city's plastic big dumpster. Yes. Anytime you think that you have an active fire, whether it's food on the stove, a small little grass fire outside of your house, anything like that, call 911 first, get us rolling to your house, and then from there, if it's a small incident, that's okay. I mean, that's what we're here for. And lastly, we don't want you to get injured trying to extinguish a fire. So we're professionals, we know what we're doing, we have the proper gear compared to the public that doesn't have that gear. So lastly, we don't want to see you get injured over a piece of property or anything like that.
Well, that wraps up the October monthly update. Thank you for joining us. Until next month, stay safe, OKC, and remember, we're here if you need us.